you guys doing? As you can probably tell from my channel content, I've been a huge weeb since I was about 12, I think, was when I really started to get into anime. Over the course of the following 10 years of my weeby adventures, I bought a fair amount of anime merchandise. There are things there that I regret buying to some extent. So once again, Pan goes digging through all her stuff, desperate to film another nostalgic content related video, so we're left with this. Luckily, I never had that much money when I started going to cons. I never really got to buy anything that I really wanted in the moment that I would see, which, to be honest, I would probably come to regret buying. However, there are a small collection of things that I kind of wish I could just have the money back for. Can I still enjoy these items and find happiness in them despite the fact that I bought them when I was 13 and had no idea what I liked or whether or not I would like this thing come 2021. So I thought I'd make this little video kind of inspired by amazing feels with stuff that I bought. I'll be employing a similar system that he uses, like a 5 out of 5 system of like a cringe meter. So 1 would be not very cringe, something that I still like and I would still show to people and use, and 5 being really cringe. I tried to gather as many things as I possibly could from around my room, but there's a couple of things that I couldn't find, which is a shame, including a pair of cat ears, little white ones with bells on, that were the absolute epitome of Catgirl starter kit. I've had a few near misses in my time where there's been really cringeworthy things that I almost bought. Way back when I used to cosplay Weeaboo, I really wanted a dual disc to pose with in pictures and to take to cons, but I just know that it would be lying in my room gathering dust, especially since I don't cosplay anymore, let alone cosplay Weeaboo, so. And kigurumis! I always wanted a kigu. I remember everyone always coming into the last day of con wearing a Pikachu kigurumi or a Totoro one, and they look so cute. Okay, that's enough incessant rambling from me. It's about time we actually get started and show the actual items. Number 1, Hetalia Axis Powers Playing Cards. Hetalia phase. We've all been there. Luckily this is the only piece of Hetalia merch I have, apart from 2 DVDs. I was never really that into it. I think I only got into it because I was sucked into the community aspect, because everyone was obsessed with it. For a while it was very fun and I liked sort of looking at people's cosplays and fan art. It was a vibe. These are from Tokyo Toys, which you might remember is the shop that used to be in Trocadero in Piccadilly. It's now gone. It's now a hotel, I believe. I don't think I've ever used them to play cards. I don't know, but they're quite ugly. Some of them are chibis and some of them are full art, normal art from the anime. It's a bit strange, and nothing really tells you what number it is apart from the number in the corner. I don't know, I just feel like the design is a bit rubbish. These were starting off strong. I would give these a 4 out of 5, even a 4.5 out of 5. 4.5 pockies on the scale of weeb cringe. Number 2, a black Butler Sebastian Michaelis messenger bag. It's a shoulder bag with a strap and a flap and pockets and stuff, and this was genuinely my school bag from years 8 to 9, I think. So I would have been 12 or 13, maybe even 14, using this, taking it to school every day. As you can see, it's very worn and it's broken here, and it looks kind of nasty on the inside. Look at that. It looks kind of gross. Even though it looks quite ugly now, I think the design is really cool. The design is still pretty nice. Official art of Sebastian. I rate this a 2 out of 5 yaoi paddles on the cringe scale of cringe. Number 3, Miku and Meiko Nendoroids. These 2 little babies. Oh! Miku is on a stick. Miku is very breakable. Her head comes off all the time, like very easily. The paint job is really bad. Like one of her arm covers is like painted. This one. And this one is not painted, so it looks so weird. She's very low quality. I remember I bought her at MCM, and she was part of a pack of 5, and I was like, oh, I really regretted not buying the pack of 5 with Rin and Len and Ruka and Kaito. I really wanted all 5. But now I'm like, oh my god, thank god I didn't buy 5 of them. Like, I would not want 5 of these. Meiko I bought in a shop in Trocadero again, like another one, not Tokyo Toys, but it was like one next door. Similarly, badly coloured. Her hair is like a really strange colour. I don't know if any models of Meiko ever had this like pale, almost blonde like hair. I rate these a 3 out of 5 Pockies on the scale because I never really got into figures, and the fact that the only ones I have are so low quality is a bit cringe. Number 4, Black Butler playing cards. It's another pack of playing cards. I really like these. They're not just like slapping a picture onto cards. They're actually like very well designed, I think, and very like minimalist, but very nice. It's the complete antithesis of the Hetalia cards. You even have like the back of the card designed so nicely with like the Phantom Hive emblem there, which is really pretty. The number cards are all like this. They're all like just with the numbers and pretty pattern. All the queens are Ciel in his cross-dressing dress. There's a Ciel, very pretty. All the Sebastian cards, which are kings, are these. All the Sebastian cards, and all of the Jack cards are Grell with his scissors. Very cool. Including the Joker that has this picture of Ciel and Sebastian together. Anyways, I rate these just one Pocky stick out of 5 because they're not very cringe at all for me. Like, I feel like I could still use these, and I've actually played with these before. Number 5, Milkshake. This shirt, I don't really know if this is that weeby or not, but I just used to see people having this shirt and I was like, I really want it. Or like I just wanted a shirt with Japanese on it, I guess. I bought this on Yes Style and it was a long time ago. Yeah, it was like 2013, probably. I don't know. When I first bought it, I hardly ever wore it because I was too embarrassed. I was very self-conscious about my weight and like my body back then, and I really didn't like the way that it like kind of clings to your body, and it's very thin and it kind of does like sit on your body quite tightly, so I was really like, and back then I couldn't even read what it said, and like it didn't say what it said on the like listing or anything, but yeah, it says ganbatte. Since then I can read hiragana and katakana, so yeah. It's a cute shirt, but I would still rate it a 3 cat ears out of 5 because it's just cringe that I bought it without even knowing what it says. Regardless of whether or not I know what it says now, it's cringe that when I bought it I didn't know what it said. Number 6, the Otaku Encyclopedia by Patrick W. Galbraith. This item to me is very cringe. There's a particular kind of cringe that comes from like a white man trying to like overanalyze and explain like Japanese otaku culture or like very specific Japanese things. So anyway, this is like an encyclopedia. It's like a dictionary, whatever kind of thing, where it has like the definition of every like, or at least most of like the things that you would find in like in anime. It just explains kind of like Japanese pop culture and like otaku culture things like Goth Lolly and Good Smile Company, the figure company, cultural defining moments, and little like inside information here. There's like some interesting terms and things that you wouldn't really know much about otherwise. The trouble is that this book is like over 10 years old at this point. The problem with writing books like this is that things go out of date very quickly, and I feel like if it was written now, there'd be a whole new, completely different array of things that would have to be mentioned, so it's a bit out of date at this point, which makes it even more cringe. The vibe of it is very 2010. It's not a 2020-21 book. And it's fun for learning like things about like geek culture that you wouldn't know about otherwise, but regardless of that, it's still cringe. I rate it a 4 ahegao t-shirts out of 5. Number 7, chainsaw grell keyring. I had this on my bag, on my black Butler school bag. I bought this from Tokyo Toys when I was like 13. It's like, it's a chainsaw. It's a chainsaw. Absolutely nothing on this says Kuroshitsuji or Black Butler or Grell Sutcliffe. For a long time, like, Grell was my absolute favourite character. I loved him a lot, so I was like, I want to get some merch, so I got this. For the edginess rating of having a little chainsaw keyring on you, I feel like, you know, it's valid. It's quite valid. But I would still rate it a 3 out of 5 pockies on the cringe scale, because, like, it doesn't even have like anything to do with Black Butler on it. I don't know why I would want something like this. It's not even like a nice colour. It's sort of just like a scrubbed dusty bronze. Number 8, Secrets of Cosplay book. This book is from Forbidden Planet, and I really wanted it because Eugene Fei, my like cosplay idol, is in it, and they feature quite a lot in this book, and I was just like so into their cosplays, and there's a few other cosplayers in here that I like as well. It's like focused on the like Asian cosplay community, so there's a lot of Asian cosplayers, and they also, I think some cosplayers like wrote this book. It teaches you how to like make really good compositions for photographs, and how to like do your makeup and stuff, like a step by step, and how to like, you know, make a cosplay, like make a concept for Magica, which is quite cool. And yeah, it like has interviews with the cosplayers and stuff. I think it's quite like interesting, I guess, to have this kind of a, you know, book, cosplay handbook kind of thing. It's a very fancy item, very expensive, and it has beautiful photographs in it, like really beautiful pictures of all the cosplayers, like stunning pictures. I would rate this a 1 Pocky out of 5 on the cringe level, because it's only a little bit cringe because I don't cosplay anymore, and the fact that I have this like really fancy item. Also the fact that I wrote a note to hypothetically like the spirit of Eugene. I was really like stressed that my Yosugu no Sora wig wasn't going to come in time for the con, and so I wrote this note that I put in the book to kind of like pray to Eugene so that I could get my wig on time for the con. So that's really cringe, so it deserves at least 1 level of points for that. But apart from that, it's very fancy and cool, and I like it a lot. Number 9, Pandora Heart's Wool Scroll. I swear, everyone used to sell wool scrolls. They were so popular. It's Pandora Hearts. It has Aris and Gilbert and Oz on it. The only cringe thing about it is that there was, okay, let's set the scene. There was like, this is one of my biggest regrets. When I was at the con itself, it was probably like MCM 2013 or something. They had like a few Pandora Heart scrolls actually, which is really cool, like very rare. And they had another one, which I was deciding between those two which one to buy. The other one was this beautiful picture by Jun Mochizuki, the mangaka who drew Pandora Hearts. And I was trying to decide which one to buy, that one or this one, which is from the anime, which is not drawn by Jun Mochizuki, it's drawn by, you know, the anime stuff. And at the end I went with this one because it has like Alice on it as well as Gilbert and Oz, but huge regrets. So in the end this only gets like a 2 out of 5 cat ears on the cringe scale, because it's not too bad. It's not like the item itself isn't cringe. The cringe thing is what I could have got instead, and I didn't because I'm stupid. Number 10, Madoka Magica necklace. This necklace is not a nice necklace. It's actually quite ugly. The chain is ugly. It's one of those chains that you get on a keyring. You know, it's like a ball chain. In terms of cringe, I guess it would only be like a 2. A 2 Pockies out of 5, because I feel like it's not super duper cringe, you know? And last but not least we have 15 copies of Neo magazine. The stack weighs a bloody ton. This is like a British run magazine. For like a year I was really obsessed with buying these magazines. I bought them almost every month for a year from a little comic book store near where I live, which has shut down. I would usually skip it if I didn't know the anime that was on the front cover or something, but yeah. So I think the first one I bought was this one with like angel beats on the cover, and I bought this in 2012, so I would have been 13 years old. I like bought these two, like, because these two are back issues from like one of them's, this one's from 2011 and the other's from 2012. I think they had these like at the back that were like old issues, and I think I bought them afterwards, or maybe I bought them like on eBay or something, I don't know. Almost all of them were bought in 2013. Each of these magazines costs £4.25, so in total these magazines I paid £63.75. Sure, they were entertaining, and they do this really cute thing where they would do like cosplayer spotlights and that, and like so many of my friends would end up in these like little like cosplay things where they would choose like the best cosplayers out of whoever entered or whatever. Ironically, my favourite part of buying Neo was like looking at the Japanese charts bit, where they would show like who is like top of the charts that week, that month rather, and I always really enjoyed that. I was like, oh, I'm so excited to see like who's at the top of the charts. Actually, I found so many like new bands through Neo, weirdly, even though it's an anime magazine, but I started listening to like LMC because of them, and Sekai no Owari as well. Regardless of that, reading the anime reviews, especially anime that I really liked and that I held very close to my heart, I would get so angry if they said anything that was like rude. It used to stress me out so much just to like read the reviews. It used to make me proper angry because I was like, these guys don't know what they're talking about. The resolution on some of the pictures that they've used are very bad. Especially the pictures of like the official art from the anime, or like screenshots of the anime. They're all really low quality, and you can see it when it's printed obviously, and it's just like, did no one think to like improve that? Also, I remember finding a lot of spelling mistakes in these. I remember finding like grammatical mistakes and stuff and spelling, and it used to annoy me so much, and I used to think like, it's a magazine, like somebody published this, and yet there's so many mistakes. So my final closing rating, and I can't believe we got here, but this one's gonna be a 5 out of 5 for me, because I've never really been the kind of person that enjoys reading reviews anyway. Like, I like to make up my own mind about things, so the fact that the basis of this magazine was reviewing like anime, and I just wasn't into it at all, so I don't know why I bought it. Anyways, so yeah, that's it for me. Sorry that I was proper rambling there. If you have anything that you regret buying in your like formative years as a young weeaboo, or just generally like in your Tumblr years or something, I always find it really interesting and funny seeing people's like embarrassing, shameful weebie purchases. So let me know please if you have anything like that. I'll see you all soon. Hope you're having a good spring. Lockdown's nearly over. Let's all try and stay safe regardless. Bye bye. See you next time. Bye.